parents are afraid, staff are afraid, and no one should be afraid to come to school. No one should be afraid sending their child to school.
A Jewish elementary school for girls struck by gunfire.
Tonight, the fear and the frustration. The school targeted for a third time this year. Good evening. Police remained at the base Hayamushka School for Girls all day. The Guns and Gangs and Hate Crimes units investigating.
Tonight, there are calls from the community for action, with leaders from all levels of government condemning the violence. CTV's Janice Golding joins us live with the story. Janice.
Hi, Nathan. Yes, a very disturbing story has unfolded here in North York at a Jewish girls' elementary school, which has been targeted by gunfire for the third time since October the 7th.
So it came through this glass here, which is now boarded up, and it went all the way through to the back wall.
Rabbi Yaakov Vidal, principal of the base Hayamushka Girls' School, shows us where a bullet entered a window before piercing the back wall of a rec room overnight.
It's very disturbing, especially since it's the third time. And it's really frustrating, it's scary.
Police got the call at around 2:30 a.m. They say surveillance video shows 6 shots were fired by a lone gunman who exited a car.
What has become of this city? What has become of this country?
No one was injured, but the hate crime unit and the gun and gang task force were both deployed to the Cheswood and Shepherd area school, which serves about 250 students from JK to grade 8.
It is not fair to our children to wake up in the morning to find that a school has been shot at. It is scary, it is violent, it is not the society that we want to see for ourselves, for our children.
The girls' school was also targeted in October on the Jewish holiday of Yom Kippur. A 20-year-old man and a 17-year-old boy were arrested in that incident, but the suspects involved in another attack on the school in May are still at large.
I can assure you we will leave no stone unturned trying to find the perpetrators to last night's shooting and the first shooting.
While police say they're doing what they can, many are saying it's simply not enough.
There needs to be action, and there needs to be action now. The hollow condemnations, the thoughts and prayers are simply not enough.
The time for talk is over. It's time for action. There are common sense things that we can do, that our leaders can do, to deal with this problem right away.
And while community leaders try to prompt governments to act, parents are taking their own stand, refusing to keep their kids home from school.
It may shake us a bit, but it never diminishes our resolve, and it never diminishes for us to stand even more proud.
Acting with fortitude and remaining unbowed.
Now, Mayor Olivia Chow released a statement this morning saying enough is enough. Anti-Semitism and anti-Semitic actions have no place in our city. Premier Doug Ford, meanwhile, also tweeting and saying that he was outraged and disgusted by the incident. The Prime Minister has also weighed in, saying that he is sickened by the shooting that took place here last night. Reporting live, I'm Janice Golding. Now back to Michelle.
Thank you, Janice. There is breaking news from Germany where two people were killed today in a suspected attack. At least 60 others were injured when a car drove into an outdoor Christmas market in the eastern city of Magdeburg. A 50-year-old suspect was arrested. He is a Saudi doctor who came to Germany in 2006. Authorities say at this time it is believed he acted alone. Germany's chancellor said his thoughts are with the victims and their relatives.
This has been a remarkable day in Canadian politics, setting the stage for a possible early election. Just before Justin Trudeau's cabinet shuffle this morning, the party that's been keeping the Liberals in power said it will present a non-confidence motion in the government.
A few hours after that surprise from the NDP, the Conservatives announcing they will send a letter to the Governor-General asking that the House be recalled before the end of the year to hold a no-confidence vote. CTV's Jeremy Charon reports.
Just excited to be here today. A sizable cabinet shuffle that aimed to strengthen and stabilize Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's cabinet, instead today overshadowed by an NDP letter that puts the Prime Minister's political future in jeopardy. In a letter to Canadians, NDP leader Jagmeet Singh says no matter who is leading the Liberal Party, this government's time is up. We will put forward a clear motion of non-confidence in the next sitting of the House of Commons. With that letter, Trudeau has lost all support in the House. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre has been repeatedly pushing for an early election and took it one step further today.
I will be writing the Governor-General, asking her to urgently reconvene Parliament and require a non-confidence vote so the Prime Minister can judge whether he stays in power.
This all coming as the Prime Minister made significant changes to his inner circle.
Why do you still have confidence in the Prime Minister?
Prime Minister is the Prime Minister.
Who today face repeated questions about their leader's future.
This is a time for unity. This is a time for us to stand together.
The Prime Minister has been very focused on working with his cabinet, working with his government on Canadians' priorities.
4 current cabinet ministers were moved into new positions or saw their portfolios changed, while 8 new faces joined the Prime Minister's cabinet, although already faced with harsh realities.
I understand there's going to be a short runway. I'm not blind to that. But if I can make a small difference, if I can make a big difference, I want to make the biggest difference that I can. That's why I joined politics in the first place.
So far, Prime Minister Trudeau has not yet directly addressed Chrystia Freeland's sudden resignation on Monday, leaving the biggest question still unanswered. What will his next move be?
The writing is on the wall, it's on the ceiling, it's on the carpet, it's everywhere.
Now, all of this couldn't come at a more critical time for this country, with U.S. President-elect Donald Trump's tariff threat now exactly a month away and concerns it could send Canada's economy into a recession. Jeremy Sherrill, CTV News, Ottawa.
Now, the Prime Minister has stayed out of the spotlight for the most part this week, but this afternoon there was an opportunity to ask him the questions on everyone's mind in Ottawa.
Prime Minister, are you going to step down? Are you considering proroguing?
We just had an excellent cabinet meeting that is almost entirely focused on the Canada-U.S. dynamic. We know how important it is for Canadians that we be there to protect not just the Canadian economy, but their jobs, the cost of living challenges they're facing that could get worse. We have a lot of work to do, and that's what we're focused on.
Trudeau did not take questions after the cabinet shuffle, but said it's exactly 1 month until U.S. President-elect Donald Trump takes office, and his cabinet's focus must be to prepare for that.
Also tonight, surviving the hectic holiday rush at Pearson Airport. As thousands of travelers dash through the snow, we have tips for a speedy departure and a soft landing.
And it was a tricky drive on the roads today. Many parts of the GTA waking up to a fresh coat of snow and almost in time for the official start of winter. A live look outside tonight. Light snow still possible this evening, but the big story weather-wise is the cold. We're heading down into the deep freeze. The wind chill set to pack a dangerous punch as we welcome the winter solstice tomorrow. But they look like they're having fun at Nathan Phillips Square. Jessica Smith is here with the current conditions. Jess.
If you're dressed accordingly, Michelle, it's not too bad to get outside and go for an evening skate. But as we head into the day tomorrow and temperatures plunge, you're going to want to make sure you're covering any exposed skin. Frostbite can happen very quickly. The snow that we've had throughout the day on and off continues to taper out, and we have a relatively clear night ahead of us as 2 areas of high pressure move in, clearing things out but not warming things up. Temperature-wise, we're still kind of sitting in those low single digits on the negative side, but those wind chills are getting wicked. And as we head in towards what is going to be the end of the work and school week for some kids already finished, we're looking at temperatures taking a bit of a dip. Right now, light flurries tonight, it tapers off, and then we're watching for another round of snow next week. We'll switch gears, and it's a big night for us at CTV. It's the finale of our Toy Mountain campaign. Let's bring in Andrea Case, who's been working for weeks with the Salvation Army to make this season a little brighter for families in the GTA. Andrea, how's it going?
Hey, Jess, I'm here in a secret location. You know where I am. The band is playing. This is our grand finale tonight. Toy Mountain, we have built a mountain of toys. We want to thank our sponsors so far tonight. There's the camera I should be talking to. Our sponsors, we have Park and Fly. We have IKEA. We have Best Buy. We have Access Storage. And, of course, we have Ford. So here we go. We have our contestants. Remember, we've been talking for months. Well, 5 weeks. We talked for 5 weeks about winning a Ford Maverick truck. So we have 5 contestants. We'll be speaking to them later on throughout the hour. And of course, we can't do this without our friends at Ford. We have Darcy here. And Darcy, you brought along a friend this evening. Who have you brought?
Well, we have Mr. Ted Hogan with us tonight, who's the president of the Toronto Area Ford Dealers, and also one of our dealers, of course. So it's great to have him participate tonight.
Okay, so Mr. Hogan, here you are. 5 people, they're all excited. Are you giving away 5 vehicles tonight?
Not tonight, only 1. But no one's going to go home a loser, so they're all excited and quite nervous, I can tell.
Okay, well, speaking of no one's going home a loser, of course, the kids are the winners really here. As Salvation Army and Toy Mountain, we cannot forget the Salvation Army. We'll be talking to folks in the Salvation Army. More to come from our final finale of As We Build a Toy
right, can't wait to check in later. Thank you, Andrea, and everyone else. Now, the great getaway is underway.
The last Friday before Christmas, and Pearson Airport is a very busy place. CTV's John Musselman is live with the details. How's it going, John?
Hi, Michelle. We're at the departure level. As you can see behind me, it's pretty busy. The snow is coming down. Everybody's in a good mood. They're all excited about going on vacation or going home to see their families. It's a busy time for Santa, and it's a busy time at Pearson. Thousands of travelers are heading out for the holidays, and they're going just about everywhere.
Dallas.
London, UK.
Phoenix.
New York, no.
I'm going to Hyderabad in India.
More than 140,000 passengers are expected to pass through both terminals today. This is one of the busiest weeks of the year.
We are going to Phoenix, Arizona, where there's palm trees and sun and no snow.
You know, so far so smooth. The traffic wasn't too bad coming in. I just hope the customs line and the security lines are in our favor.
We're headed to Halifax. That's where I grew up. So I've got a house with my 3 younger brothers, and we're going to stay together for the holiday season.
That's my home, in Trinidad and Tobago. We're musicians. We have a concert in Brooklyn tomorrow.
Very excited because I've been here in Canada for the last 1 year. So I'm going to meet my family after 1 year. So I'm really excited for that.
Passengers are reminded that any liquids or gels above 100 milliliters cannot go in your carry-on luggage. And don't wrap any Christmas gifts you may be traveling with. It will speed up the process getting through security. Winter conditions here and in destination cities can also cause delays. Officials at Pearson say they are prepared to deal with the snow.
We have a fleet of over 160 snow clearing equipment ready to jump into action when we do see that first snowflake fall. We saw them on the apron taxiways and runways this morning in full operation.
More than 2 million passengers are expected to pass through Pearson during this holiday period. And as we mentioned, the snow is coming down here, but operations are running smoothly here at Pearson. Again, the advice, always check the status of your flight before coming out. Reporting live, I'm John Musselman. I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, John. Meantime, Toronto Public Health is alerting the public to possible measles exposure at Pearson Airport earlier this month. TPH is investigating a case with a recent history of international travel. The public may have been exposed on Sunday, December 8th. It is related to an Emirates Airlines flight EK241 from Dubai at Terminal 1 from about 10 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Anyone who believes they may have been exposed is being advised to monitor for symptoms until Sunday, December 29th, and check their vaccination record to ensure protection.
Some good news for downtown drivers and transit users. The intersection of King and Spadina is open to traffic once again. It's been out of commission since Tuesday morning, and that's when a garbage truck with a raised bin knocked down overhead wires, cutting power to streetcars. Since then, crews have been working around the clock to get new wires up and working. The TTC says it's looking into the total cost of the fix and may go after the garbage truck company for compensation.
The City of Toronto has averted a garbage strike. Council today ratifying a deal that will see the city's outdoor workers get 4 years of pay hikes.
But it comes at a cost of $50 million to taxpayers. CTV's Natalie Johnson has the exclusive details.
The City of Toronto's 4,200 outdoor workers will be getting pay hikes over the next 4 years as part of a deal approved today by Council.
An agreement that balances affordability while respecting the important work of city workers.
The new collective agreement with the main unit of QP Local 416 averts a labor disruption that would have impacted garbage pickup, parks maintenance, and more. The trade-off, wage hikes of 3 to 3.95% every year until 2028, for a total 14.65% increase over 4 years. CTV News has learned the additional cost to taxpayers is $51 million.
This is a labor climate, and coming out of the pandemic, I think everything has changed. So being fair without giving away the farm is what's really required.
QP Local 416 writing in a statement, quote, "This agreement is a reflection to the hard work and dedication of our members and will ensure they are better supported as they continue their vital work for the City of Toronto." Councillor Stephen Holliday, the lone council vote against.
The work that I do must include consideration of the public and the cost of services to them.
It comes at the end of a year of labor unrest that included an LCBO and a postal workers strike TTC workers had threatened to walk off the job, ultimately netting a 13% pay hike over 3 years.
It's a good day because this agreement is fair.
The city, though, digging deeper into its coffers to seal the deal, the cost to taxpayers continuing to climb. Natalie Johnson, CTV News.
To Queen's Park, Ontario NDP leader Marit Stiles is reflecting on the year and looking ahead to a possible early election.
She's also responding to her federal counterpart's announcement today that his party will vote to bring down the Liberal government. CTV News Queen's Park Bureau Chief Siobhan Morris has more.
I think government should be the last thing people have to worry about.
It's why Ontario NDP leader Marit Stiles understands a signal from her federal cousin that he intends to topple the Liberal government. She senses people are fed up with governments
at both the federal and provincial level who are just stuck in this pattern of politics and power grabs and ego.
In a moment, Stiles says many Ontarians are feeling stuck.
They're stuck in congestion. They're stuck trying to afford groceries. They can't find homes that they can afford.
But Doug Ford's Progressive Conservatives continue to enjoy a healthy lead in the polls over the Liberals and New Democrats.
Well, I look at that and I say more than half of Ontarians are not supporting Doug Ford, right? They want to change.
With instability in Ottawa and staring down the threat of potential tariffs, could a provincial election not present more disruption?
It needs to be an all hands on deck moment for us as a country. But here in Ontario, under Doug Ford, I have deep concerns about the position we're in to be able to negotiating for anything. When is this premier going to find the courage?
As opposition leader Marit Stiles relishes in putting questions to the Ford government she says Ontarians want answers to, but she's less than satisfied with what she gets back.
I think frustrated is an understatement.
Accusing the premier of not being accountable on things like the revamp of Ontario Place. Stiles considers uncovering details of the agreement a point of pride for 2024. So is her party's Homes Ontario proposal, having the government partner with nonprofits or co-op housing providers to build 250,000 affordable homes. It's a plan Stiles hasn't been able to put a price tag to.
It's going to cost what it's going to cost, honestly. But I'll tell you what we won't be doing. We won't be spending $2.2 billion on a vanity spa project or $100 billion or whatever it's going to be, building a tunnel under the 401.
Siobhan Morris, CTV News.
It's a question on the minds of many Canadian politicians, how best to work with Donald Trump in the face of tariffs and other challenges. Today, Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre outlined his vision during an interview with CTV's Your Morning.
He will put America first. I will put Canada first, which is new and different. And I believe that we have overlapping interests and values. And I can say to the president, look, if we get richer in Canada because of our trade with you, we'll have a bigger, stronger military that protects your northern flank. We'll buy more of your goods, and we'll supply you with the strategic minerals you need to secure America. So in other words, we can both put our respective and separate countries first while ensuring that both sides of the border win big.
But Poilievre insists, if necessary, he would impose counter tariffs on the U.S., saying that would affect American jobs.
In Washington, the clock is ticking on a U.S. government shutdown at midnight tonight. But the Republicans introduced a new proposal today, insisting this one will be adopted.
I expect that we will be proceeding forward. We will not have a government shutdown.
Details of the plan have not yet been disclosed, and it's not clear whether the Democrats will support it. If the bill is not passed, funding for everything from law enforcement to national parks will be disrupted, and millions of federal workers will go unpaid. This is the third version of the bill that also requires approval by the Democrat majority Senate. Both sides are blaming each other for the impasse. A vote is expected soon.
If there is a shutdown, a beloved Christmas tradition won't be affected. NORAD will still be tracking Santa Claus to the delight of children in Canada, the U.S., and right around the world.
A call usually goes, you're on speakerphone, normally on the other end, and there's a parent who is encouraging or coaching their kids, to say something. Ask Santa your questions.
Each year, about 100,000 kids call into the North American Aerospace Defense Command in Colorado. They want to know where Santa is as he delivers presents to everyone on the nice list. More than 1,000 volunteers field the inquiries, with millions more children tracking the big guy online. Coming up, we catch up with Toronto's outgoing top doctor as she prepares to give up the reins this month. Dr. Eileen de Villa reflecting on the biggest challenge of her career, the lessons learned, and the story behind all those scarves.
And I'm Pat Foran. Coming up on Consumer Alert, chances are you already have your Christmas and holiday lights up, but if you don't, or want to give them a little extra dazzle, new technology is making it much easier to do. We look at some of the latest tech gadgets. That's just ahead.
And after an above seasonal start to the week, we have gone well below, and it only gets cooler as we head into the weekend, staying below seasonal. But the good news is there is a little bit of sunshine on the way. Coming up, I'll have a full look at your long-range forecast as we get ready to step in towards the holiday season.
And I am here for the finale of Toy Mountain. We're here with Access Storage. Hello, everybody. I will say, one of the best fed events we had this year, I'm speechless, was at Access Storage. Great food, great people. You are still collecting toys at this late hour.
Yes, we certainly are. We'll collect toys right up until the 24th. So if you can bring in a new unwrapped toy to any one of our locations, we'll make sure that we get it to the Salvation Army and Toy Mountain.
Okay, so you've collected a lot of toys. How many toys have you collected so far, do you think?
So this year we were able to contribute close to 8,000 toys.
Wow, round of applause, 8,000 toys. Come on, everybody, we're moving on because we have our 5 contestants, and you're gonna break a heart right now. Toronto area Ford dealers, we want to thank them for this beautiful hybrid Ford Maverick. Here we go, stick your hand in. Okay, the name we call, this person is out. Drum roll, please. And the name is?
Our first $1,000 winner is Bahar.
Bahar, congratulations. Bahar, you're not going home empty-handed. You're getting $1,000 from the Toronto area Ford dealers. Thank you for taking part. Okay, you do the walk of shame. You're moving on. Okay, folks, we'll be coming back later on in the show. We have 4 contestants left as we build a toy mountain.
Many people like to go all out with Christmas and holiday lights, and even if yours are already up, there are ways to make them more high-tech.
New technology is making it easier to control inside and outside lights to make your home the envy of the neighborhood. Here's Pat Foran and Consumer Alert. Pat.
Thanks, Nathan and Michelle. If you're tired of messing around with old-fashioned manual timers, you may want to switch to smart plugs. They're affordable, starting at around $20, and they allow you to control all your holiday lights with your smartphone. At this time of year, many holiday homes turn into winter wonderlands with lights, music, and in some cases, a lot more.
The simplest way to control your holiday lights is honestly with a smart plug. They're affordable, they work with popular home assistants like Alexa and Google Home.
Alexa, lights on.
And they're really simple to set up to turn on and off at your specific sunrise and sunset times.
Consumer Reports says even if you don't have the tech skills to pull this off, there are products to help you manage your lights and kits that can offer up some extra holiday creativity this season. Using a smart plug isn't complicated. Most are set up using an app you download on your phone. Once you create an account, you can add your smart plug to the app. From there, you can create routines to have your lights turn off and on automatically. For outdoor lighting, choose a smart plug specifically rated for outdoors, like this top-rated one from Waze. For indoor use, researchers gave top marks to this one from TP-Link. Some smart plugs even offer energy monitoring features and safety alerts, something that's especially important this time of year.
December is a leading month for home fires, and fires involving Christmas trees and decorations can be especially damaging and deadly. So it's important to always make sure you have working smoke detectors.
Before decorating, inspect all of your lights, extension cords, and plugs to make sure they're in good condition. Only use indoor extension cords and decorations inside. Never overload your outlets, and always unplug all of your holiday lights before leaving home or going to bed. And when the holidays are over, you can use smart plugs for other applications in your home. You can set timers for lamps near windows to make it seem like your home is occupied when you're away. On your side, I'm Pat Foran.
If you have a consumer story idea, email us at alert@ctv.ca.
Well, here we are, Friday, heading into the last weekend before Christmas. Where did the time go?
I know, so quickly. For more than a month now, our toy mountain has been growing, and tonight we reach the peak. All right, Jessica Smith and the Toy Mountain team are gathered in a special location. It is the finale, Jess, and the snowfall and frigid temperatures are in keeping with the festive vibe.
Listen, it's right on cue when it comes to the active weather. We are getting ready for the holiday season, and the snow, just like that. I ordered it. I'm just kidding. I would prefer the sunshine, but we have that as we head in towards the weekend. So there is some good news when it comes to your forecast. If you want a white Christmas, we kind of have one coming, but we're looking at temperatures doing this wild yo-yo from well below seasonal to well above. We're sitting at -4 right now here in the city, feeling like -11, but our friends in Northern Ontario really take the cake when it comes to that cold air. Tonight dropping down to -7, a northerly wind kicking up, so it feels like -14. Get out and enjoy it, but you have to cover any exposed skin. Into the day tomorrow, -7 for the high, feeling like -14. Everybody's still below seasonal, but there is that hint of sunshine, and I'll take it. I don't know about you guys, but I like a little bit of sunshine, even though it's kind of cold. 2 areas of high pressure move in. It's going to kind of clear things out. We're looking at a pretty blue sky throughout your Saturday and Sunday, but it is going to be absolutely freezing. As we get through the rest of the evening, all that snow tapers off again into the day tomorrow. Lots of sunshine, but also lots of cold. A busy travel weekend for a lot of people, so just give yourself that extra time, even though we're not dealing with that active weather. Into your Sunday, almost an identical forecast, still a really, really chilly one, and then we head in towards Monday. We get another round of snow, so this is your heads up if you're waiting till Monday to do some traveling. We're looking at maybe 2 to 5 centimeters, so give yourself that time on the roads. Again, the winter solstice begins on Saturday, and just in time for that, it comes with a whole lot of sunshine and a whole lot of cold air. Those wind chill values on your Saturday feeling closer to -14 for the daytime high. Into the evening, that -15 feeling closer to -25. So yes, we love the sunshine. We're Canadians, we know how to do winter, but it is absolutely freezing as we head in towards the weekend. Into your Sunday, colder still for that daytime high, but then we do a flip. We flip the switch and we go back towards kind of an above seasonal trend. Not wildly above, but every degree counts this time of year. Now we get some snow as we head into Monday, so if maybe you got some early Christmas presents and you're looking at maybe going tobogganing out there, you want to go skiing, it's not too bad as we head into our Monday. The bulk of the snow, though, staying in Northern Ontario. We head in towards our Tuesday, that snow starts to taper off. We see just a little sunshine trickle through. Listen, I know Santa personally, and I said to him, you know what, we're going to have a little bit of snow for you, but then the sunshine comes out. So overall, it is not too bad. But we are down here for a very special reason. Guys, we're down here for Toy Mountain. Y'all are so quiet. We're here for a toy That's what I'm talking about. You know, it has been so exciting, and we've got the bands here. We've got all of our fantastic friends, and Darcy, I know it has been very exciting. Listen, I'm nervous for y'all, okay? This is so exciting. But we're going to get to the contest in just a moment, but I want to send it over to my friend, Miss Andrea Case, because you've got more exciting stuff going on.
We certainly do. Thanks, Jess. We are here with the folks from Park and Fly. Frank de Cesaria.
Hi, Andrea. How are you?
I'm well, Frank. How are you?
I'm great. You know, it feels like Groundhog Day all over again. Wasn't it just last year when we were here again?
It was, Frank. And you know what, Frank? You brought a vehicle full of toys.
We did.
And we thank you for that. How did you raise the toys?
Well, in partnership with Toys R Us, we actually invited our guests, our customers, as well as the retail customers of Toys R Us to stuff the bus. And so they donated toys, and by far, this is our best year yet, where we have hundreds and hundreds of toys that were collected over a course of a day where our bus was stationed at the Toys R Us store in Mississauga. Then, of course, we also had all of our associates some of them are with us today, of course. They all helped contribute towards the success of the day, as well as the collection of toys over the last several weeks.
Okay, I want to do a quick shout out to the folks at Park and Fly. So early this year, I was traveling, and of course, I left my car keys in my pocket when I left my car at Park and Fly, and the driver was nice enough to take my car keys back. Otherwise, I would miss my flight. But anyway, we got to go to IKEA now. Thanks, everybody at Park and Fly. That's my little story there. Everybody, IKEA, once again, your store earlier. Once again, we want to thank you for donating to Toy Mountain. Once again, why did you do it, and how proud are you of your staff?
Yeah, I mean, IKEA Canada is very committed to support
supporting the communities that we serve. And we were really great to announce the partnership with Salvation Army. And with doing that, we had the drop-off locations in our Vaughan store and our North York store. And then we also did a donation of $20,000 worth of IKEA selection toys to the Toy Mountain campaign. And we encouraged our customers and visitors to actually join us. So we had drop-off locations at North York and Vaughan where they donated 1,500 toys to the donation boxes. So we're super excited to be a part.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Let's throw to Jess because we're going to eliminate another person as someone's going to go home with this brand new Ford Maverick. Jess, back to you.
My heart is just a race, and this is so exciting. Now, Toronto Area Ford dealers, you guys do a lot in the community, and it's been so fun working with you guys. But now we got to get down to business because we're drawing a car for one of these amazing people. And listen, like you said, there are no non-winners. I don't even like saying the word losers. There's no non-winners, but someone has to take the car home. So can we do that draw?
We can. Everybody's a winner tonight. So our next $1,000 winner is... Drum roll, Brian Yee.
Hey, listen, congratulations. Come on over. Listen, we know that this means a lot to everybody this time of year, and giving back to the community in different ways means a lot. So for the people that are at home and they want to know how they can continue to support you guys, just in general, what's the best way they can do that?
Well, you know what? I think it's to support things like Toy Mountain. Our dealers are out there and committed to this program. We've been doing it for 15 years now, and it's all because of our dealers, their employees, their customers, and some of our business partners. So that's the best way to support the campaign.
Warming my heart, Mr. Darcy. Well, thank you so much. We have more coming up from Toy Mountain and your forecast, of course, but we're going to send it over to the band.
She helped guide our city through the COVID-19 pandemic.
But after almost 8 years as Toronto's medical officer of health, Dr. Eileen de Villa is stepping down at the end of this month. She spoke with our health reporter Pauline Chan about lessons learned and hopes for the future.
Well, it's a strange combination of emotions, actually. You know, there is sadness, for sure, to leave a remarkable team of people. And by the same token, I also feel good.
Dr. Eileen de Villa calls herself a doctor with 3 million patients to look after, and the 24/7 job has been draining, especially with COVID-19. And while her public health training included dealing with pandemics...
Did I anticipate that it was coming, you know, at that time, or that I should expect it within the first few years of landing this position? No, I don't know that anyone knows it with that degree of certainty. But certainly I can tell you, when we started hearing about this pneumonia of unknown origin in late 2019, early 2020, we knew that there was a possibility.
She says Toronto has learned a valuable lesson.
The healthier we are before the pandemic, before a crisis moment hits, the healthier we will be throughout the pandemic or throughout whatever the crisis is.
She's also become known for her ubiquitous scarves, with many given to her by members of the public after seeing her in daily news conferences during the pandemic. She says the fashion habit developed when she was medical officer of health in Peel Region.
My mentor at the time was somebody who wore a suit and tie every day to work, and the scarf became my version, my answer to his ties. After several months of heartfelt discussions.
And so when she announced her departure from Toronto Public Health, she wore a special scarf.
So it has a lot of meaning for me because it was given to me by my sons.
Acting Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Nakashi Lamte, will be taking over after December 31st, while a committee chooses Dr. de Villa's successor. She hopes the next Medical Officer of Health will continue some of her work.
Certainly, we continue to be in the midst of a drug toxicity epidemic. And this is actually a major source of preventable death and harm in our city.
As for her future, some travel and family time as she contemplates her next steps. Pauline Chan, CTV News.
To Downsview now, and just one of the ways to spend time over the holidays with family and friends. The Hangar skate has opened for the season at the former Downsview Airport lands. It's now called YZD as an event location presented by Northcrest Developments. The skating is free, and there will also be a tree lighting ceremony with live performances to kick off the holidays tonight. Hangar skate will continue with free events and a holiday market through Family Day in February.
After the break, businesses and buyers are cashing in. We look at the impact of the so-called tax holiday and the expected Boxing Day boost.
There needs to be action, and there needs to be action now. The hollow condemnations, the thoughts and prayers are simply not enough.
Updating our top stories, community leaders are calling for meaningful action after a Jewish school for girls in Toronto was struck by bullets last night. No one was injured. It is the third incident there since May.
I will be writing the Governor General, asking her to urgently reconvene Parliament and require a non-confidence vote so the Prime Minister can judge whether he stays in power.
We could be heading to the polls sooner than expected. In addition to that move from the Conservatives, the NDP says it will also introduce a non-confidence motion in the government, ensuring an election. All this on a day the Prime Minister shuffled his cabinet.
We are going to Phoenix, Arizona, where there's palm trees and sun and no snow.
Ooh, sounds nice. More than 140,000 passengers were expected to use Pearson Airport today. The Christmas rush is underway, with people heading out in one of the busiest weeks of the year. In all, more than 2 million passengers are set to pass through Pearson during the holiday period.
Remember to keep up to date day and night at ctvnewstoronto.ca and by downloading the CTV News app.
On the markets, the Canadian dollar was up a fraction to end the day at 69.59 cents U.S. Western Canadian Select Oil was down 47 cents. It closed at $55.69 a barrel. And the TSX Composite Index ending at 24,599.48, up more than 185 points.
The Business Report is brought to you by Canadian Western Bank, the bank built for business.
The so-called tax holiday that's been in effect since Saturday appears to be having the desired effect. The Retail Council of Canada says customers are shifting their buying patterns as a result of the tax break, with Boxing Day in particular expected to get a boost. Some store owners say they've noticed an uptick in demand for higher-priced items. Restaurants Canada says business owners are seeing an increase in reservations. Items including children's toys, snacks, wine, and restaurant meals are tax-free until Valentine's Day.
In sports, the Raptors had Scotty Barnes back in the lineup last night as they hosted the Brooklyn Nets.
Here's Scotty B attacking at the elbow, spins around, jumper doesn't go. Brady Dick soaring through the air.
Barnes returned after missing 2 games with an ankle injury. He scored 16 points and was one of just 3 Raptors in double digits. The Nets won 101-94 as the Raptors fall to 7-21 on their season. Their next game is Sunday at home to the Rockets.
The Leafs will go for a third straight win tonight as they visit the Buffalo Sabres. They beat Dallas 5-3 Wednesday and Buffalo by the same score on Sunday. Toronto's won 7 of its last 10 games and is tied with Florida for the Atlantic Division lead. The Sabres have lost 11 straight.
Canada Soccer has chosen its Players of the Year, both from Ottawa. Jonathan David has won the award for a second time. He leads the French League this season with 11 goals and scored 5 goals in 14 matches for Canada in 2024. Vanessa Gillies is a key member of Canada's defense and has scored 4 goals in 14 games this year. The awards were decided by a ballot of Canadian media and coaches.
Hey everybody, we've got Shieldy joining us now right here from the Salvation Army, and we have our friends from Best Buy as I move in to see Lucci. Lucci, we just saw you, I think, on Wednesday, but here we are. How did the campaign go for you this year?
The campaign went amazing. You were here Wednesday at our Sherway store, and we presented a whole bunch of toys for Toy Mountain. We had 39 stores across the GTA, including the distribution center, Collect Toys. We also donated $10,000 for Toy Mountain.
Round of applause for Best Buy. But everybody wants to know who's going to be the next contestant to leave the building. Jessica, I'll send it back to you.
All right, it is now that time. I see a lot of people checking their nerves. We're going to draw for another vehicle. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm not ready.
Darcy, you ready?
Are you ready? Here we go. All right, guys, we have another person.
Our next $1,000 winner is John Kingston.
Hey, there we go. Listen, John, congratulations. We have our finalists. Oh, my goodness. Now, we are going to have more coming up, and we're going to find out who wins this fantastic vehicle. And we, of course, have more on Toy Mountain and your forecast. All that coming up after the break as we build a Toy
Mountain.
That's what I'm talking about.
What's up? I'm Joe.
I'm Andrew, and we're Loud Luxury.
And we just want to congratulate CTV and Salvation Army a successful 29th toy drive.
Thank you to all the donors for making this possible and bringing smiles across the GTA.
Happy holidays!
From behind the desk because we just don't want to miss this party.
No, it's my favorite day of the year, the Toy Mountain finale, and it's our chance to thank all the donors and all the work that goes on. This isn't just something that it's kind of happens automatically or it's organic. It takes months of planning, and we appreciate this on the last day of fall, tomorrow being the first day of winter.
Thank you. Talked about the team. We definitely want to thank Farah, who produced all of this, and Jill, who was out on the trucks every night. Let's talk to Brian right now. Brian, this is your last chance to say thank you to everyone.
Andrew, this is so amazing, being surrounded by sponsors and good friends. We really appreciate all the effort that's been put into this, and we're very excited. People are having to make hard choices this year, so a big thank you to everyone. God bless you all.
Okay, God bless you all, and God bless the people who drive on the roads, because this brand new vehicle will be going down, but someone just take it away.
Listen, we got to get to your forecast. I got to get the business out of the way first before all of the fun. And we know it is winter after all, and the winter solstice, as Nathan mentioned, begins tomorrow. So long to fall, officially hello to winter. And over the next 7 days, we do the yo-yo. It continues. We go from below seasonal and sunny this weekend to above seasonal and a little snow as we head in towards the holidays. So the likelihood of a white Christmas is pretty much there. We've got a pretty good chance. I say 50-50 chance right now of seeing a white Christmas, and I will take it. But you know what? I want to get to the fun stuff, Andrea, because this is what we're here for. Oh my God. Okay, we got to go like this because the nerves are checked. We're ready.
We've got Secret Santa. We've got our friend in the gray sweater. Okay. Let's see who's going to drive home.
Okay, this is for the next $1,000 winner.
Oh, the next $1,000 winner. So whoever's name is not chosen.
Oh my gosh, a little bit of a drum roll, guys. Here we go. Oh my gosh, my heart.
I can't see it with you. Bob has won the $1,000 Jativa win.
There we go. Oh my goodness, it's a family affair.
Amazing. Baby has a new car. Let's bring in Aaron. Aaron, this has been an incredible campaign. We want to thank you for taking over the reins. Your final message as we head out.
Yeah, so we've reached our toy total. Very exciting. We have, as of last count, over 82,221 toys collected to give out to families and children in need. But there are also truckloads of toys outside because our corporate partners, they understand the call and they have trucks filled outside that we're going to count tonight.
Okay, so on behalf of everybody here in Toronto area Ford dealers, Nathan and Michelle, Pat Ford, Jessica, Farah, and everybody at home, thank you for helping us build